It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. On air.
Testing. Can you hear me?
96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Online at kernradio.com. Now, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. You can also download the Kern Radio app to your smart device. Take us on all those holiday vacations wherever you go. And also streaming live on YouTube. Just head on over to YouTube. Look up Kern Radio, subscribe, and hit that notification bell and come live with us every single day at 2:05 and watch us in all of our glory. We're also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio, JR Flores, or why not JR as well. Great Monday show for you. Lots of things to discuss. So much news, not just over the weekend, but this morning. We will attempt in this short, quick hour to get through it all. I promise you. Promise, as this is my last full work of week for the year, Chris. This is it. This is my last 5 days of work.
Oh, the full week. Okay.
Full week.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Because after this, I'm only doing Mondays and Fridays. Now, that doesn't make sense. I know. The way you're looking at me, you're like, huh? I know. It doesn't to most people. But I don't have my daughters on Mondays. She's with her mom. And so what else am I going to do on a Monday with a day off? Nothing. Let's go to work. Why? Why waste a vacation day when I'm just going to sit around and do nothing? So I'll be here all of this week. And then is it next week already? Is Christmas week?
I believe so.
Are we almost a week out from Christmas? What is today, the 15th? Wait a second.
10 days away.
10 days and counting till Christmas. I've only gotten my daughter something. That's it. Nobody else is getting anything this year. So don't even count on it. Chris, I got $50 to the stockyard on my desk for you.
Sweet. I'll take that.
That's
dinner. I'm cool with that. I got no problem
That's
with that.
all you get. And as a matter of fact, everybody's getting $50.
Want to give the phone people?
Hey, I just got back from Disneyland, man. I'm broke. Gosh, that place is expensive. I haven't been in probably 2 years. Wow. It's still pretty, as far as food goes, it's pretty reasonable, especially with how much food prices have gone up, whether it's restaurants or fast food or anything. So it's always been pretty reasonable. Food is reasonable. Tickets are expensive. It was a fun trip. It was exhausting. 2 days, my legs are beaten. I have a blister on the ball of my foot I thought I was going to take off my sock when I got home last night, and it was just going to be bloody. I thought I was going to be, what's the Kurt Schilling? Is that the bloody sock? I thought I was going to be the bloody sock, but it was fun. I had a great time. Like I said, we hadn't been to Disney. At least my daughter and I hadn't been to Disneyland in probably almost 2 years, which is very, very rare if you know us. My daughter's been going to Disneyland since she was 1 month old, and I think every month subsequently after that. And so for us to have taken that long of a hiatus, it was nice to be back. I think as soon as we both walked in, that feeling came over us, and we skipped up Main Street, and we just had a great time. The 2 days we were there, spent it with family, my niece and her husband and her kids, my other niece and my nephew, and my sister and brother-in-law, my mom also in attendance. There was a party of 12 as we took up a lot of boats and carts and everything on the way in, but it was a good time. Great around the holidays. I probably won't go back around Christmas for a while. It was a little too busy and a little too expensive. And so, but we'll be back soon. It was a great trip. Here locally, things have been going on, at least in the Kern County courts. Zack Scrivner. You remember him, the one-time Kern County supervisor who, let's see, let me make sure I get this right, claims that he took psychedelic mushrooms one night got into bed with his daughter, allegedly. According to investigative reports, touched her inappropriately, allegedly, was never charged with any kind of child molestation. Had asked for a mental health diversion. You guys know this is now all of the rage. Everybody wants to get mental health diversion. And really the only one that's asking it that probably truly deserves it, one Fernando Jara. Zack Scrivner, you are not crazy. You got problems. You definitely have some issues. But mental health diversion so you can get off. Sorry, that was poorly worded. Let me try that one more time. Using mental health so you can skirt the law and have these charges against you dropped. You got a good lawyer, my friend. A very, very good lawyer in H.A. Sala. Well, they were in court this morning. Mr. Scrivner showed up, as well as Mrs. Scrivner. Both were in court this morning. The case was transferred to Kern County Superior Court Judge Stephanie R. Childers. Judge Andrew Kendall, who was originally assigned to hear the motion, recused himself from the proceeding, which is very curious to me. I'm sure we'll never find out why, but I'm very curious about why. And because of the change in judges and listening to the hearing, Childers said she needs time to look through the documents because she just got them 15 minutes before the hearing. So now the hearing has been rescheduled for 8:30 come this Friday. That's the 19th, right? This Friday? Tomorrow's the, yeah. All right.
That would be the 20th, yeah.
19th?
19th would be
Thursday? Now you're confusing me, Chris. What's today?
Today's the 15th. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. For some reason, I always count the same day. Friday is the 19th. Saturday is the 20th.
Okay. Glad we're all on the same day. Here.
Now I'm saying.
We're all on the same day here. Zack Scrivner will be back in court this Friday for his mental health diversion. And if it's granted and he successfully completes it, the criminal case against him would be dismissed. What's crazy is he's not crazy, because if you're crazy, you don't show up on campus at Cal State Bakersfield enrolled in classes for government and city management position. That doesn't say, hey, this guy's a little off. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to throw it out there. If my guy has mental health problems, he probably shouldn't be out on the streets. I go back to my original case study, Fernando Jara, who is still in jail today. And he didn't get in bed with the kid. He might have threatened one. And his wife. But that dude's got serious mental problems. He does need diversion. Zack Scrivner, you're just trying to be above the law, sir. You're crazy, but you could take classes at Cal State. Okay, sure. Again, he was never charged with child molestation, even though he is accused of getting in bed with his daughter that night, allegedly. He's only charged with 3 counts of child cruelty, 2 counts of illegal possession of an assault rifle. Doesn't say anything about possession of a mind-altering drug either. We'll find out Friday whether Mr. Scrivner will never see a day in jail. And speaking of seeing days in jail, our favorite, Miss Madison Williams. Oh, I got an email from a listener, Gordon, over the weekend that said, hey, JR, check it out. Look what I looked up. Kern County inmate search, Madison Williams, case number, inmate number, spending time in Lerdo. Oh, as we learned, she has 90 days. How she got 90 days credits? No idea. How do you get it? I don't remember her spending time in jail. Maybe she did a couple days after the accident when she got arrested. How she picked up 90 days credits, I'll never know. She was hit with 7 years probation and 1 year in jail, which is now 9 months because of the credits, which she'll get kicked in probably 4 weeks. But I'm getting too much. I am getting way too much pleasure out of her being in jail. Not only that, but Friday is your girl's birthday. So we're going to have a birthday party on Friday for Madison Williams while she's in jail because she can't celebrate. Not only that, I'm going to get a birthday card and I'm going to sign it from JR and the JR Show on Kern Radio. If you guys want to sign the card, this is what I'm going to do. I'm sorry, Donnie. I'm sorry, Sheriff. The card will be up front starting tomorrow. We're open from 11 to 4. What, Chris? Don't shake your head at me. I'm the PD. I can do whatever I want. Billy's off today. He's out sick. His stomach bug over the weekend, whatever. There's no boss above me. Well, is Raj here? Is Mr. Brandon here?
Probably, but he ain't listening.
He's at the vineyard. He ain't here. It's way too cold. It's way too cold to be here. He's at the vineyard. He flew out. He goes back east for the holidays. Come on, he ain't here. He's not here. Our GM's not here. I'm the highest. Me and Jay. That's it. We're the only two. We're in charge here. So this is what I'm gonna do. I have a birthday card for Miss Williams sitting in jail right now, about to spend her birthday on Friday in jail, unfortunately. So we're going to try to cheer her up by sending her a birthday card. If you guys want to come down inside the card, again, it'll be in the front office tomorrow from 11 to 4. And you're welcome to send your well wishes to Miss Madison Williams, who will be spending her birthday in jail on Friday. You can also, if you like, put money on her books. Although I don't think she needs it because, as she has stated, I'm very wealthy. I'm very, very wealthy. I shouldn't even be here. I'm white. Did you see me? I'm white. Do you think I can get my Louis Vuitton out of the Mercedes? I know the house is burning, but I really need my Louis out of the car, please. How are we going to get my Mercedes out of the house anyways? Shows a lot of remorse. Claims she found God. Well, I hope the 9 months she does in jail, she attends service every Sunday, every Wednesday. Heck, I invite her to come to Canyon Hills. Sit with me on a Sunday, Miss. I don't know if you do they get radios in jail? Do you think she gets to Donnie? Sheriff, you think you could put a radio on in there for Miss Williams to listen to the show?
Just a portable one.
Yeah. Something. We'll sing happy birthday to her. I'm getting way too much pleasure, too much joy out of this, Christopher. Let's get to a break. The card will be up front 11 to 4 starting tomorrow. We'll send it off on Wednesday. Hopefully she'll get it in time for her birthday. If you guys don't have time to come down and sign the card and you want to send one to her yourself, just send it to Lerdo with her name and attention to Madison Williams. I'm sure she'll get it. She might appreciate it. Speaking of another story that the Maya Hernandez, the mother of the year, left young 1-year-old Emilio in a car. Well, she got not a lip filler, we were learning, a Brazilian butt lift. Yeah. She took the stand today in her own defense. Matter of fact, they took a recess and came back at 1:30. She's back on the stand right now in her own defense as she faces murder, 2nd degree, for the death of her child. We'll cover what she said earlier today while she was on the stand. Plus, we'll have to get into Rob Reiner. Him and his wife, Michele, tragically murdered, allegedly by the hands of their own son stabbed, discovered by their daughter with their throats slit. Give you some of the details of that. Shootings over the weekend. One in Australia, one at Brown University. We'll give you the latest. And some sporting news with our man Chris Burdick. The NFL recap. Is the Chiefs dynasty over? Are the Raiders the worst team ever? And WWE, did John Cena really tap out? Chris Burdick will break it all down from the early bird special. This is the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News
Where you at,
Talk
Sergio? With your
96.1
man, John
and
Cena?
AM 1180 KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show. Weekdays from 3 till 6 p.m.
Best golf tip I ever got from George
Ooh
Cole.
la
was
la
playing
la.
Rio Bravo, which is extremely hilly.
Them Disney blisters are Disney dad survivors. No, we're not having drinks for her birthday, Sergio. That would be bad. Can we have drinks? We could have drinks. We take shots for her birthday, and then we'll get in the car before the alcohol kicks in. What? That's her theory. We can drink as long as we're driving before the alcohol actually hits us. Right? I mean, if I get her lawyer, that's the defense. What did the caller say, Christopher? Here we go.
Talking about Scrivner only
Yes.
hurts the daughter at this point.
No.
That's what I said. That's why I laughed and said, okay, thanks. And hung up the phone.
Only hurts if I talk about Scrivner, it only hurts the victims more. So we should forget about it and act like it never happened? But yeah, we can have shots, Sergio. People always find the Lord when no one else likes or can't stand them. Ask Kobe. You're going to be talking about John Cena while I'm at a parent-teacher conference. Your boy tapped out. He looked bad, dude. He didn't even look like he was in shape anymore. John Cena was looking old. Just flabby, skin hanging off of him. Talking about John Cena. How come my niece is still texting me from Disneyland because they stayed a day later talking about this is what I want for Christmas? Girl, you 18.
Get the information you need and the coverage you deserve. For accommodations of persons with special needs and meetings, call 661-554-4544 TTY 711. Welcome to Sundale Country Club, your home for golf, family, and friends. Sundale is more than golf. It's a jewel in the heart of Bakersfield. The proud home of the award-winning Phoenix restaurant, combining upscale dining with magnificent golf course views.
Man, I wish I could tell you all that. John Cena is retired till the Saudis want him back. That's true. The Saudis want something, they get it. Boy, there's a whole new day for the Saudis. What happened to the weather, man? I left here on Friday and it was sunny. The sun had finally come out and I was like, oh, look at that. I'm leaving town. And of course the sun comes out, right? Get to Anaheim. It's nice, cool, whatever that evening. It's dark, so it's cool, right? Wake up the next morning, Saturday morning in Anaheim. It's foggy, it's overcast, there's no sun. I said I just left Bakersfield. Thank you. I wanted sun. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KRN. If you want to chime in at any time, you can call in or text. You can also jump in the chat on YouTube. Just head over to YouTube, search up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit the notification bell, jump into the live feed, and then just drop your comments right there in the chat. And usually I interact during the break. So if you're on YouTube, you get the break interactions with me, which sometimes can be a lot of fun. Chris said somebody he had called in during the break and said that me talking about Zack Scrivner only continues to just hurt the victims at this point. That it just hurts his daughter the more that I talk about it. And so my initial response to that is, so I'm not supposed to talk about it? We're just supposed to forget about it and act like it never happened? And never to discuss it again and let Zack Scrivner walk away from this?
Thanks, Cynthia.
I don't think so. No. Trust me, anything that I say isn't going to, and again, I have to use my words because I was going to say, isn't going to touch anything that Zack Scrivner did, but that's poor taste. So let me try to rephrase that. Anything that I say isn't going to be nearly as damaging as what Zack Scrivner did to his kids that night. Nothing I say. Me saying he's in court on Monday and it's been delayed again because they're switching judges, I don't think that hurts the victim as much as dad crawling into bed with you. We all know what happened. Yeah, okay, I'll just stop then. I won't mention Zack Scrivner ever again. How about that? How about I just go on with Maya Hernandez and the 20-year-old that left her 1- and 2-year-old in a car while she went inside and got a Brazilian butt lift. If I talk about that, am I only victimizing Emilio more? I'm just saying. Miss Maya Hernandez was on the stand this morning. She's probably on the stand right now in her own defense of second-degree murder in the case where she left her 1- and 2-year-old in a car for over 2 hours. For 2 hours from 2:27 to 4:08. She said, I believed I was going to, and this is her on the stand saying, well, I thought I would only be in there for 20 minutes. I left them with milk and crackers. And I left my phone in there so they could watch YouTube. And this is, she says, well, I checked my watch. What is it, the iWatch or whatever? Her Apple Watch. Well, I checked that to make sure that they were still watching YouTube. Because that's an indication that your kids are okay. As long as the YouTube's on, everything's good. That's parenting today. It used to be the TV, I get it. Then it was video games. Now it's YouTube. As long as YouTube's on, the kids are okay. I was checking my watch. Yeah, the prosecution said you checked it. You checked it 42 times, actually. 45. You checked your watch 45 times, but never once got up to go outside and check on them. And then you said you didn't want to bring them in, even though you admitted having the stroller in your trunk, but you didn't want to bring them in because you didn't know what you would do with them while you were getting your procedure, and you didn't want to leave them with strangers. But you'll leave them in the car running with the keys under the front seat in a city that you're not from, because she wasn't from Bakersfield, she was from Visalia. That seems very logical. She did have an IQ test done, 95, which they say is right around the spot for people around here. Should have given her that test before she had the babies. Tell you more about the case after the break. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. After a levee failed following a week of heavy rains. The
Let you guys
evacuation
get some
order
news
from
and I'll come
King
back.
County in Washington State covered homes and businesses east of the Green River and parts of Kent, Auburn, and Tukwila. The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood warning covering nearly 47,000 people. Police say the younger son of Rob Reiner, Nick Reiner, was taken into custody Monday after the deaths of the director, actor, and his wife, Michele, at their home in Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Fire Department responded to a medical aid request Sunday afternoon. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 41 points. The Nasdaq dropped 137. More details at srnnews.com.
From the KERN Newsroom, your live and local news update on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
I'm Chris Davis. It's day 5 of the Maya Hernandez trial, and the prosecution still has the floor, presenting evidence and picking up where they left off Thursday afternoon. Hernandez is facing second-degree murder and child cruelty charges in the hot car death of her 1-year-old son Emilio, which happened in June. For former Kern County Supervisor Zack Scrivner, court today is to decide whether he might get a mental health diversion and eventually be free of any criminal charges from the 2024 incident where police say he took drugs and then got in bed with and had sexual contact with a minor. Police say Scrivner also owned 2 rifles illegally. The mental health diversion might mean charges are dismissed if it's granted. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN Newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on FM 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-399-7272. 800-399-7272. Again, that's 800-399-7272.
Tuesday edition, Clay Travis, Buck Sexton show, Christmas, and also New Year's. Lots of news out there. The continued fallout from the awful terror attack at Bondi Beach in Australia. And who in the world is the killer at Brown University and how has he been captured so far? We will break all that down for you and more. Make sure you don't miss it. Tuesday edition of Clay and Buck.
Live 9 to noon. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. The Armstrong and Getty Show. Weekdays noon to 2 on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
Welcome back. I used to love Alvin and the Chipmunks, actually. That was one of my favorite cartoons.
Oh, same here. That's why I
Love.
I'll play this every year. I don't care.
Yeah, I loved Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Send the hate. I really don't care.
Yeah,
I'll play it all day.
That's good right there. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Speaking growing up, probably the best one, Stand By Me. And that is a classic. That was done when I was like 6 or 7 years old, and we still crack lines from that. It's always still sick, chopper, sick. I don't know if I could say that on the air. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
sick bonds. I
don't know if we can get away with it, but
are the leeches all over the kids? And yeah, man, it's a crazy movie. Crazy movie.
Train.
Yeah, and then it's great. Just that one, and what was the other one? Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They handed that one.
With Andre the Giant.
That one now is
Again, my childhood. You didn't like that one?
Oh, Love that.
Yeah,
movie.
Princess Bride is
That's
great.
one of the
dude.
best movies ever made.
Your name is Montoya. You have 6 fingers. You kill my father.
You think that I think that you think. It's so great, dude. Billy Crystal's
It's
fantastic.
great. It's great. Really, Crystal apparently showed up at Rob Reiner's house on Sunday after finding out
After
of his
everything
death.
happened?
Yeah, they were good friends, and apparently showed up at the house after finding out that his friend had been killed, and so showed up at the house. I heard somebody else was also had come by the house.
See, last night when I heard this, last thing I remember Rob Reiner in was the Wolf on Wall Street movie when he played the father of Leonardo DiCaprio's character.
Mm-hmm.
The dad had tried to get him to sell the company before everybody cracked down on him and all that. But that's the last thing I remember actually seeing him in. But if you know anything in comedy or movies in general,
Yeah,
it's Rob Reiner.
he was in it or produced it or wrote it or directed it, and just through the 80s and 90s. Harry Met Sally, all the classics. He was a part of that. Unfortunately, 78 years old, lost his life. Him and his wife, Michele Reiner, both murdered in their home. Their daughter had discovered them with multiple stab wounds to their body, and their throats had been cut, slit. She was the one that called 911 and said that she, for all intents and purposes, said my brother did it. She informed the police that her brother had been staying there, and that she believed he could be dangerous at times, and so they all called him into questioning. He has since been arrested this morning and booked and being held on $4 million bail, I believe. He had gone through a lot of trouble dealing with mental health, with drug issues. He even at one point was homeless. I believe he did interviews with People magazine a while back talking about being homeless, living in New Jersey on the streets, living in Texas on the streets, having to deal with drug addiction. But neighbors had said that they had noticed him at least for the past year living in the home with the Reiners. And so they, for all intents and purposes, what it seemed like were trying to at least help their troubled son, Nick, 32 years old. He helped write, or he co-wrote Being Charlie, which is the autobiography movie. Have you seen that one? I haven't watched that one.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like I did in passing, but I didn't know what it was at the time.
Apparently the son helped him write it at one point, but was just very troubled. And there's also reports that they were at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party the night before on Saturday, and that they were, Mr. Reiner, Rob Reiner, and his son Nick were in a very heated argument and loud at times, to where people knew, people were hearing that they were clearly in some sort of an argument that got heated. And I believe the Reiners left. Rob and Michele left Conan's party on Saturday night. Not sure what Nick did afterwards, but we all know now, or at least allegedly know what he did a day after, in which he, again, allegedly, and he's being held and charged and on bail with the murder of his parents, Rob Reiner and Michele Reiner. I didn't realize he was married to Penny Marshall at one time as well, too, for 10 years, back in 71 through 81. He even adopted her daughter from a previous marriage. And so had 3 kids with Michele, and then the adoptive kid. Just tragic all around. It's nothing you ever want to hear about. Unfortunately, oh, Mr. Trump. Mr. President, I have to go here because he did make comments and they're just outrageous. Nobody can defend this, and I don't understand how or why people let this man post sometimes. And don't call or don't text to Chris and tell him, that's your president, JR. No, that's our president. Okay. You don't just get to pick and choose when the president is your president, or don't try to insinuate that, well, that's your president, JR. You voted for him, because you don't know my voting record. Okay. But just in poor taste, President Trump writing on Truth Social. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife Michele, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and uncurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump. He loves to talk about himself in the third person. People that do that are kind of weird, aren't they? Just a little bit. JR doesn't do that. JR will never talk about himself in the third person, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michele rest in peace. He can't even just say, why even say anything? What's the old saying? What did your mom used to tell you? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Is nobody around the president just saying, or is everybody just that scared? And that's when we're in trouble. When you have people that are around him, or he just keeps putting people around him that aren't going to tell him, hey, dude, that's a bad idea. That's probably not, let's not put that one out. Like, nobody is proofreading the messages before they leave, before they hit send. Just uncalled for, Mr. President. Completely uncalled for. Especially since Rob Reiner, after the death and assassination of Charlie Kirk, when asked about it, and don't Rob Reiner, and it shouldn't matter what your political leanings are at any time. I mean, only in the voting booth should it matter, and even then, your political leanings shouldn't matter. But Rob Reiner was like, nobody should have to die for what they believe or say. Nobody should be killed like that. And I'm paraphrasing. And he's a left. He's a Democrat. He supports Democrat politics, and so for him to come out after Charlie Kirk gets assassinated and just be the bigger person, and that's what we need in America. If anything, I might not agree with the things that Rob Reiner might have agreed with, but at least he knew how to have civil discussion and say, look, nobody has to get killed because of this. And so to sit on the opposite aisle of a man that gets murdered, and to see one person handle it one way, and then for that person to get murdered at the hands of their own son, just a tragic, horrific incident. And for the president to come out and said what he said it's inexcusable. It really is. And some of my listeners not might like that I'm saying that, but you guys know me. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to keep it. What do the kids say? I'm going to keep it. I'm going to stand on it, Chris. Is that what they're saying now? It's not 100 anymore, right? I'm going to stand on business. I'm going to call it like I sees it when I sees it. And that's for any political affiliation, whether you're the president or whether you're the district attorney for Kern County. You guys know it. I don't care. For me, it's not a party affiliation. It's what are you doing for the common folk? What are you doing to help us? And so I can't even begin to try to defend the president on that. That's just terrible. Just terrible. And didn't Spinal Tap 2 just premiered, right?
Just came out on HBO.
Yeah, directed, produced, and written by Mr. Reiner.
I believe he's in it too.
Yeah. A lot of people thought for a long time that was a real band.
Honestly, I'd pay to go see him.
I mean, a lot of people would. They're better than some. But yeah.
And tell me that's not essentially what your rock and roll is now.
It is.
So was he really that far off?
No.
Kind of like Idiocracy.
Yeah, no, it was him just kind of spoofing on what he thought what was gonna happen, and it happened. But yeah, other like I said, Stand By Me, The Princess Bride. He had a really good run right there with those movies in the mid 80s to, I mean, a good 10 years where he couldn't miss. Spinal Tap, Sure Thing, Stand By Me, Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, Misery, A Few Good Men.
Isn't he responsible for a lot of Ben Stiller's career too?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, and I mean, Billy Crystal, When Harry Met Sally, you know? So it's just tragic. We'll get to a break. Try to lighten things up a little bit on the other side. Talk a little sports with our man, Chris Burdick. Recap the NFL. Are the Chiefs reign their dynasty over? Will Mahomes be able to recover from, what is it, an ACL? I know my fantasy team is taking a hit. We'll talk about that. The Raiders, are they the worst team ever in the NFL to ever step foot on the field? Will they score any more points by the end of the season? And the match that everybody was waiting for ends in a way that nobody ever thought. We'll talk about the final match of Mr. John Cena. Apparently somebody could see him. You can't. See, you can't. No? I haven't watched wrestling in a long time. I don't know. We'll talk about that as well. Bakersfield Christian High School. Finally, my days of predicting are over, Chris.
I told you. You jinxed him.
I pulled off 13 straight.
You mushed him.
And the BCHS Eagles fall in their state championship
I tried
bid.
to warn you.
But that's okay. It was a very, very successful season. But one local school did bring home a state championship. We'll tell you who. This is the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Tuesday's Armstrong and Getty Show. We're raising money for the Scouts
Does
all
my-
week long.
does-
We'll tell you more about why.
Does my beanie blend in with the background too much? Does it just blend right in? Just the beanie just it looks like I don't even have a head. It's not even my beanie. I need to give this beanie back. Poplin, if you're I shouldn't say your name, but if you're watching, you can have your beanie back. I like it though. It's nice, but you can have your beanie back. I think I want to go to the casino tonight, you guys. I'm feeling an itch. I know. I just got done talking about how I came back broke from Disneyland. Hey, Disneyland, the casino, they're both gambles, right? I mean, I think I have my candy apple in the car. Ooh, I think I do. Hold on.
reserve your seats on the Jingle Bell Express by going to christmas@themargarita.com before the Christmas train passes you by.
Are the rising waters of expenses and debt threatening to drown you? Many people try to stay afloat by borrowing more money or using debt settlement programs, but those can take years. If you're trapped under credit card debt, medical bills, payday loans, or buy now, pay later plans, Chapter 7 bankruptcy could free you much sooner, in about 4 months and for a fraction of the cost. Stop the harassing calls and letters, rebuild your credit quickly, and clear the way for a fresh start. At Clean Slate BK Group, consumer Chapter 7 bankruptcies are all we do. We can help you erase credit card debt, medical bills, personal loans, even past due utility bills. Find out if you qualify at no cost and with no obligation. Go to csbk.com. This is an attorney advertisement. Your results may vary, and final results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Clean Slate BK Group PC, located at 7 Plaza, Suite 601, New York, New York 10001, is responsible for the content of this ad. For more information, visit csbk.com. That's csbk.com. Your clean slate starts here.
Before you hit the road for the holidays, make sure your car is ready for the journey. Kern Oil Change keeps your engine running smooth and your family safe. No appointments needed. Just drive in and their fast, friendly team will get you back on the road in minutes. Don't wait till you're stuck on the side of the road. Stop by Kern Oil Change today and travel with confidence this holiday season. Oil Change has 2 locations.
All right, it's not in there, you guys. I thought it was in there. I took it down though. I took it down. Steven's in there going crazy. I got Chris wearing beanies now too. It's beanie season.
KERN. Now back to the JR Show.
The little Saint Nick, Saint Nick. It's the little Saint Nick, Saint Nick. Just a little bobsled we call little Saint Nick.
It's a Beach Boys Christmas. Beach Boys Christmas, huh? All right. I didn't know the Beach Boys had a Christmas album.
Oh, well, they don't have a whole album.
Okay.
They got,
Just a couple songs.
I don't think I could go through the entire Christmas season and not double up on a song.
Let's do it. I'm down for that.
I could try.
All
There
right.
are 2 or 3 that are going to get replayed just because I love them.
That's all right. We can do that. I'll put in a request for at least one. I
You
noticed
put a
your
request for whichever ones you want. I'm just saying in general.
He
there's
said
so
you
many
ain't
of these dang
gonna
things.
get them just because you put a request in. This ain't the request hour.
No, you get them. Everybody else, though, I can't promise.
The only time I really request songs is sometimes on Friday. That's it. Chris gets all control in there. I don't need to pick the music. It's fine. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KRN. Anything on the board before we move on to sports, sir?
On the tech side, no.
All right. No phone calls either?
No.
Okay, good. I don't want to talk to anybody today either. Oh, what do you think, man? Is the Chiefs done? Is the dynasty over? Patrick Mahomes.
No.
I don't care about about him. I mean, I really don't. I ran into him at Disneyland a couple years ago after they won the Super Bowl, because that was our thing for a while. We'd just go to the Disneyland instead of, you know what I mean? It's like, well, I need to watch the Super Bowl. I just go to Disneyland. And the addition is, depending on where the Super Bowl is, closer to the West Coast, closer to the East Coast,
right?
The MVP of the game ends up at either Disney. When they say, I'm going to Disneyland, after the game, they really do make their butt go to Disneyland the next day. And so he was there the day after one time when we were there, and he walked right by us or something and didn't say anything to anybody, just kept his head down and acted like Patrick Mahomes would. The only reason I cared, Chris, he's my starting quarterback. He's my only quarterback in what is 2 weeks left of fantasy football. We're in the playoffs. This is dead president's time. This is make money. I need 2 wins, Patrick. I don't need you tearing an ACL in the fourth quarter of a game that were they losing at that point? Because I wasn't even paying attention. They were losing.
It was 13-16.
Were they even? Oh, they were in the game.
They were in the game the whole time.
Okay. Okay. But he's going to miss at least, I mean, obviously the rest of the season with 3 weeks left and now completely eliminated from playoff contention. But they're even talking about him missing the start of next season, right?
Oh, yeah. He's going to miss the majority of next season, actually. These ACL tears are nasty. They always take up ridiculous amounts of next season.
Oh, yeah. And technology is great these days in helping guys recover. But
yeah,
a torn ACL is a torn ACL.
And coming back from that, especially somebody who likes to
run and be mobile.
To run,
yeah,
but he is a mobile guy.
Right.
So this is going to hurt him in the long run for sure. I wouldn't say that the dynasty is dead.
No?
At least not yet, knowing how these things go. They'll probably retool, maybe trade for someone like Justin Jefferson or something like that.
Kelsey's about to retire.
I get it. No, I totally understand.
Andy Reid is 1 foot out the door, I think.
At some point, yeah, I would agree with that.
And so at what point is it dynasty over?
True.
I mean,
no, absolutely. And again, this is definitely a hiccup in their entire run. But until I see this happen multiple years in a row, I'm not going to say the dynasty.
I'm just saying that
Patrick Mahomes makes it really hard to vote against that team. So
those windows are small in the NFL.
I mean, these guys had a 9-year window. So
they did. That's what I mean. That's
a
about
pretty
right.
Big window.
A decade. Ask Tom Brady.
No, that's true. Well, again. And let's also not forget that Tom Brady took a whole decade before he took that team back to a Super Bowl.
He did.
So
I'm not saying
it could be the exact same thing.
Hey, Patrick might look good in silver and black. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, let's not get crazy.
What?
That boy's never leaving Kansas City. You know that. That boy's never going to leave Kansas City.
Everybody would have said the same thing about Brady.
Contract is a lifetime contract.
Everybody would have told you Brady's never going to leave the Patriots.
And he
never.
He had to retire to leave the Patriots. People forget that.
But he did. Nonetheless, he did. Joe Montana. Everybody thought he would have ended with the 49ers. No,
he should have ended with the 49ers.
Yeah, well, he should have. There was that stint
Nobody
with the
remembers
Chiefs,
his stint with the Chiefs.
I do. I was a Raider fan, but
I'm just saying in general, no one remembers him for his stint with the Chiefs. We all remember him for his time with the Niners.
I'm just saying, he might look good in silver and black.
Now, the real dynasty that died was the John Cena thing.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to get to too. What happened?
Again, for people who don't follow wrestling, this is traditional. When these wrestlers retire, they retire on their backs, as it is said in the industry, and you just pay it forward. So that's all John was doing, was paying it forward to the next guy.
He's passing the baton.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that. But tap out? Dude, get put to sleep.
No, that's exactly what I said.
Get knocked out. Let the blood
out.
Run out of your head while you're unconscious, lying there on the mat.
And rumor is right now that John took that on his own merit. Like, he wasn't supposed to tap out. But that moment where you see him kind of grin before he finally does it was him just saying, you know what, I'm going to take this into my own hands and just tap. Because if you look at the guy's reaction that he was wrestling, he didn't expect him to tap afterwards. He was even asking the referee, are you sure?
Did he tap him? Like, that's not how it was supposed to end.
And so I think that John, being the ever traditional man that he was in the industry, just took it upon himself and said, you know what, I'm going to end it this way. People are going to be mad about it, but they're not going to be mad at me. They're going to be mad at the company.
It was very anticlimactic, too. It just happened, and the whole crowd just kind of stunned, like, wait a second.
And it doesn't help that the guy he was wrestling, although an incredible wrestler in his own right, is very one-dimensional in some ways.
Just a big brute.
And it's like I said on our show on Early Bird this morning, it's like when you see the guy do a sleeper hold, literally back to back to back to back to back, without doing anything else in between besides getting his butt handed to him. It's kind of boring. I'm sorry.
He don't got much moves. And John Cena looked out of shape, dude. I'm not going to lie.
Again,
he looked flabby. He looked old.
He is at that part of his age. He did say that he wanted to come back for a whole year, but the company only gave him 30 days.
He did not look like the John Cena. John Cena.
Well, I mean, again, he's at that age.
He didn't look size, but Hulk Hogan never lost size.
Hulk Hogan also used some other stuff to keep him that size, though. Let's be honest.
You say John Cena didn't?
I have no proof that John Cena did, and that's my goat. So I'm going to say absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is an all-natural man right there.
Wrestlers take steroids? No.
Brock Lesnar?
No.
Never.
Jim McMahon? No. All right, you guys, we got to get out of here for the day. Thanks for hanging out. Got to make room for the Ralph Bailey Show. It's a Monday. Kathy Abernathy stops by. This has been the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
This is AM 1180 KERN, Green Acres. This is 96.1 FM.
All right, you guys, be good to each other. Be good to each other. Just love one another. Be happy. Be joyous. Find the good in everything. I learned that this weekend. All right, you guys. Catch you tomorrow.